And so we're talking about addiction, and everyone has some form of addiction, something that is ours, something that we want to claim as ours. We will generally use the idea of the addiction against ourselves, even though it is for us a reward, a relationship based in us receiving something directly that we want, even if it's bad for us. And so we'll create excuses for it, just like we will a boyfriend or a girlfriend in a relationship. Oh, it's okay. He takes me out to dinner. It's okay if he gets
Yeah.
mad sometimes and yells at me. There's a lot of ways to attribute our addictions that aren't good for us to bad relationships. How much are we willing to spend on that addiction in order to hurt ourselves? How much are we willing to give to a relationship, to someone, our time and our energy and our money, to potentially be stressed out and get sick because of them, or hurt ourselves by being with them? We'll adapt and create reasons and excuses, but with the idea of an addiction, like smoking cigarettes or drinking more than you should, or smoking too much pot, or any of these things, it usually comes down to a value in self. How do I value myself? Well, I value myself more when I know I'm in control. So I'll choose to do something maybe against my better judgment, or may not be good for me, but I'm in control. I get to do it. I get to reward myself with this. I get to have this relationship, regardless of what anybody says is good or bad. The other side of that is, we all have a little bit of a dark side. And when we focus so much on the light and trying to stand in the value and integrity and the godliness of our being, there's still this part of us that yearns for that dark side, still wants to do something bad, still wants to break a rule. And so a lot of times that becomes the secret, smoking habit or vaping habit or drinking habit, because it's like, well, I'm in control of that, and it's not good for me, but at least I know what I'm doing when I'm crossing that boundary. I know that I can control it. And inevitably, we're trying to create that balance of dark and light too. So it's not just this bad relationship that we've created to fulfill our needs, to be independent and choose something for ourselves that may be against our better good or judgment or health. So those relationships can be very difficult to break. And I do a lot in hypnosis to help people transition from bad habits, as they were, and let go of them. Just like breaking up from a bad relationship, letting go of a partner who's abusive. We'll put a lot of energy into an abusive relationship, somebody who's willing to hurt us, potentially physically, like a bad habit, but a lot of times emotionally. We'll endure a lot of stress and a lot of pain, and we'll give money to that and put money into that. And even when people tell us, why are you with them? You shouldn't be with them. We're like, well, I get to choose. It's my independent choice. It's my walk on the dark side, so to speak. And so we're all going to have something, and I don't think it's bad for us to have necessarily an independent habit, even if it's a bad habit. If it allows us to stay in that balance of light and dark, we kind of need that. Now, that's not to say, if you're smoking a pack or two a day, no, you absolutely don't need that much. Or if you're drinking a 12 pack of beer every night, obviously you're hurting yourself with that and potentially leading to more devastating things. But, we need something to help balance that darkness and light. So we can't just break ties and say, oh, I'm only in the light, I'm only doing everything great. Even people that aren't doing bad habits, so to speak, as far as addictions are concerned, are going to end up doing something to walk that dark side, if they're not tending to that need. So I just wanted to bring clarity around that, so that you understand that it's not something for you to just beat yourself up with, as much as it is to regulate and to understand, is it a relationship worth investing in? Your time, your money, your energy. Is it simply just hurting you? Is it worth it? These kinds of things. So we're going to discuss that a little more directly now.
Okay.